All right, guys, so when you are writing an equation for your graph that you have here, the first thing is I'm going to find 2 points on my graph. Now, there's a couple of different ones that I can use, but for this one, this one's going to be 1, 3, or 0, 0. This one's going to be -1, -3. And I can do this by hand by just counting for my slope. I need my rise over run. And so when I'm looking at this, I'm going to go up 3 and over 1. So I know my slope is going to be 3. My y-intercept is going to be 0. And so remember, when you write your equation, it should be y is equal to mx plus b. This is my m. And so y is equal to 3x plus 0, or just y equals 3x. And I can use the calculator to check it. So I can go to my spreadsheet, I type in x and y, and I'm going to go ahead and just pick 2 points. I'm going to do -1, -3, and then 0, 0. And then I'm going to press menu 4, 1, 3. Okay, so notice that my slope right here matches my slope of 3 here. My y-intercept of 0 is what I see on the graph as well right there. And so whichever way you want to do it, that's going to give you your equation. So your m's going to go with your x, and then your y-intercept is going to be added to the end. Okay, when you guys are doing the back, so the first thing I'm going to graph. And so I'm going to go ahead and graph. I'm going to press, if this doesn't pop up, remember you're just going to press tab. And then press delete, and then the relation. So I'm just going to graph 4x plus y is equal to 0. Okay, and to make sure that I'm accurate in my point, I'm going to go ahead and go to menu, trace, and graph trace. And so I'm just going to put some of the points that I see that it gives me. So if I go over on my calculator, oops. So menu 5, 1. And so I can just put some of those in there. And again, you can kind of estimate as you're going through it. If you see exact points, okay, you can graph them. If not, you can just estimate it through. Okay, if it gives you an x and y intercept, then go ahead and graph both x and y intercept and connect the line. So for example, for number 2, we're going to go back to graph. We're going to press tab, delete, and then relation. And I'm just going to type in 10x minus 3y is equal to -15 and graph that. And so I'm going to go ahead and just kind of estimate those x and y intercepts. So menu, trace, menu, trace, graph trace. So the first thing I want to do is I want to put my y-intercept, which is 0, 5. And then I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to go all the way to the x-intercept. So the x-intercept is about -1.50, so somewhere about right there. And I can even put -3, -5, because it gives me that graph. And then I'm just going to connect those points. And that's all you have to do.